Okay, good morning, 7th graders. Today we will start our session on TEK 7.7a, which is to represent linear relationships using verbal descriptions, tables, graphs, equations that simplify to the form y is equal to mx plus b. So let's look at number 1. It says Panetta is a wedding planner. She charges a $50 fee plus $100 per guest to plan a wedding and reception. So the question is, write an equation to determine C, the cost Panetta charges for planning a wedding, G, and the number of guests. Okay, so they want to know what C is in terms of the number of guests. So let's look at how we can first set up this equation. Now, an equation in a linear equation is equal to y is equal to mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept or initial value, and scholars, please take this down, write this down, and m is the slope or rate. Our x is the independent variable, and our y is the dependent variable. Okay? So let's look at the problem again. We want to know what the cost is in terms of the number of guests. So the cost depends on the guest. So the cost will be a dependent variable, and then the number of guests is an independent variable. Okay. So our dependent variable, which is the y, is the same as the cost. And our independent variable, which is our x is going to be the number of guests. Okay, so if you put it this way, it's going to be C is equal to, right, C is equal to blank. We don't know what it is. The number of guests, which is our x, plus our initial value, our initial fee is $50. Okay, so let's look at the problem. It says she charges a $50 fee plus $100 per guest. Now when you see this expression, something per something, or $100 every guest or each guest, that shows that that is a rate or slope. Whenever you see the word per or each and every, those are key words to indicate a slope or rate. Okay, that means this is the price for each guest. So that is going to be our rate and slope. So that expression is our rate or slope. $100 for one guest, $200 for two guests, and so on and so forth. So our expression becomes C is equal to 100G plus 50, where C is the cost and G is the guest. C is our cost and G is the number of guests.